Triangular UFOs of the United Kingdom with special guest and author Colin Saunders. Episode 53 of the live edition of the Michigan UFO Sightings and Paranormal Encounters podcast. Welcome to the Michigan UFO Sightings and Paranormal Encounters podcast. Coming to you from the glacial dumping grounds known as the Michigan Basin. I'm Michelle.
And I am Wayne.
And we are a Michigan-based husband and wife educator and podcasting duo that after having a UFO sighting in March of 2018, have started to examine UFOs and other paranormal topics within Michigan and beyond.
Topics include UFOs, the paranormal, conspiracy theories, ghosts, alternative history and archaeology, cryptids, and all things strange and paranormal. So sit back, grab a drink, and come along with us on this journey down the paranormal rabbit hole. All right, greetings everybody on this cold, cloudy day here in Michigan. It is April 22nd, 2023 at the time of this recording, and we are currently live right now on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. So after the live show, we will be releasing this on all major podcasting platforms shortly afterwards. So Michelle, why don't you jump in here and join me?
Hey, I am in.
Hey everybody, look at who I found. She wasn't here for the hearings, but she was now here and it has appeared. So
no, I was at work.
Yeah, somebody didn't take any personal time to watch the nothing burger of a UFO hearing. So, you know,
I tend not to take days.
Very disappointing. So, Michelle, what do we got going on?
Well, we have a special guest with us today from across the pond in the UK, Colin Saunders.
Awesome. So, but one of the things we want to do is first say hi to the people we've got going in chat right now.
Oh, we've got Jeanette, we've got Samo, we've got Hellfire joining us. So
yeah, welcome everybody. And so to everybody who will be watching or listening to this later, thank you for checking out the show. For those of you in chat, as always, if you have some questions for Colin, please put them in all caps, and Michelle will try her best to get to your question. However, I will put this out there. Due to the nature of me and Michelle's sighting in 2018 of a black triangle, we're going to have an awful lot to talk about with Colin. So it's not that we don't like your questions or we don't love you, but we got a lot of questions and we want to talk a lot with Colin ourselves. So we'll do our best that we can.
So, and as always, this live podcast happens because of you, the viewers and listeners of the show, and your amazing support. If you want to help support the podcast, the links are below in the show description with our PayPal, Patreon, and our link tree that will take you to other ways to support the podcast, including our merch store. So, but one of the best ways you can support our show is to like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. The more subscribers and support we have, the more incredible content that we can bring to you.
Yep. So talking about our supporters and people that are helping out the podcast, I just want to give a quick couple shout outs to Hava H once again for her continued support. And then also our Patreon members, Taben R and Cheryl G. But one thing I do want to say is that we do have PayPals that come through at times, usually during the live show. So if we don't mention you during the shout out section, just know that we mentioned you during the live. So this goes out to like Ghost Dragon and other people that have sent us PayPal. So thank you very much. And we really appreciate your continued support. So Michelle, I think we need to just get into this. What do you think?
I think we're ready to bring Colin on.
All right. So let's go ahead and do this. Let me get the nice little setup here. And ladies and gentlemen, oh, and welcome to Zen in chat from the UK. But let's go ahead and bring on Colin Saunders. Colin.
Hello there. Hello, Wayne and Michelle. Good afternoon or good morning, I think it is over there.
Well, it's morning for us, afternoon for you, but we are so happy you could join us. And I have been dying to find somebody who is a researcher that would come on the show and talk about these triangles because of obviously the, um, the experience that Michelle and I had that started this whole thing for us. Whether you know a little bit about our background or not, we're both educators. I'm a science teacher. Michelle is an English teacher, and we saw one of these things at 2:30 in the morning on March 9th of 2018 while we were driving home, totally sober, and it was hovering above the road. And we can get more into the details of our encounter, but going through your book, it's like everything I bought the audio book, so I'm listening and following along with the text. Um, Everything I'm hearing sounds so similar to what we went through, and um, I just got to say it's really amazing. But Michelle and I have a set of questions that we want to get out there for our listeners and watchers. So Michelle, why don't you go ahead and let's get Colin out there and familiar with people.
Absolutely. For those people out there not familiar with you, can you give the audience a little bit about your background and what inspired you to research and write about triangular UFOs specifically?
Yes, yes. And, I always find it a bit strange when people call me a researcher or an author. I have written a book, I know, and I have done research, but basically I'm just an ordinary guy who had an extraordinary experience. And I've sort of just got totally immersed in the subject and ended up writing a book, which really surprised myself, to be honest. But basically, to give you a bit of background about myself, I've always been a draftsman all of my life, and I'm still drafting now. I'm getting towards retirement. I'm 64 now, but I'm still drawing. I've always drawn in technical drawing on the electrical side, electro-mechanical design draftsman. Now, part of my working history, my career, has been involved as a young, only 21 years, I went to work in Joburg for on the Airbus A310. So I spent a year working in the fuselage there. Um, and then I moved on. I spent a couple of years with civilian aircraft. I spent two 1 year in the cockpit on the wings. I've also worked in New Zealand, so I spent 18 months over there. And I did spend a year working in Scotland, working for a company called Chevron Petroleum. I was based onshore, but I did have a couple of offshore trips. And they used to jump into you when offshore, and you do your drawings, you've got to get it right, 100%. When you come back onshore,
Hey, Colin, we're having some issues with as soon as we started to get your answer to the question. Obviously, things are starting to break up. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Michelle back to the little
I'll be in the background,
green
kind of
room.
like the disembodied voice. So we're
Yeah.
gonna play with the bandwidth for a second. So
and see if that helps. So, sorry for that, everybody. So, hold on 1 second. Okay, let's see.
You made a mistake. You can't get on the next helicopter, fly back out to the.
Why is it that it's doing this right when we start the interview? Oh, and then
and he dropped.
oh, see, we tested audio and video and everything, and wow, this has happened before with the UK. As soon as we start chatting, let's see. All right, he is back. Let me bring him on. All right, Colin, are you there? You know what? I'm going to try something. Oh, man. I cannot change it. I wonder if it's because we are recording the audio separately. So hold on, everybody. We got a little bit of technical details. So, all right, Colin, are you there? Hmm.
I'm here. Oh,
All right, you know
yeah,
what, everybody? Let's go ahead and do
I'm
this.
here.
I'm going to end this live stream and start a new one with some yeah, exactly, Samo. So I'm going to end this live stream, send him a new link to a new studio and see if that helps. Okay, everybody? So hang tight. You'll see the show start again here in just a few moments.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
We'll be right back, everybody.